This is CBS.
For more on the assailant and the shooting incident itself, CBS News correspondent Walter Cronkite.
Joe, Police Chief Thomas Redden of Los Angeles has issued a short statement regarding the suspect, the alleged gunman. He says this about him: "We don't know who the suspect is. He has made no statement. He would not speak, except once he said yes. We describe him as a male Caucasian, around 25, 5 feet 5, and about 120 pounds, swarthy complexion. His hair is described as wiry or bushy." He apparently fired all of the 8 shots in the magazine of a .22 caliber revolver. Those shots taking effect in Senator Kennedy and 4 other persons, as far as we have been able to determine, with some still rather confused reports and incomplete identification on all of the others wounded. One witness said that those shots came so close together that he could scarcely believe they were fired from one gun. A reporter heard the shots from an adjoining room, said they sounded almost like they came from a machine gun. So short was the burst of fire. There have been some threats of violence toward the man who did it. "I'd like to get my hands on that man," said one, "and they've already killed the only real president we ever had." Another.
The suspect, now being held by Los Angeles police in connection with the Kennedy shooting, is 24-year-old Sirhan Bishara Sirhan. Details of Sirhan's past are slowly being pieced together, and as of now, we know this much about him. He was born in Jordan in 1944 and was admitted to the United States as a permanent resident in January of 1957. He is not a United States citizen. Sirhan's residence is in Pasadena, California, where he resides with his mother and his brother Joe. Police searched the premises this morning and, according to Los Angeles Mayor Samuel Yorty, found the notebook in the suspect's room mentioning the, quote, necessity to assassinate Senator Kennedy. Another brother, Adele, went with police to headquarters, but not as a suspect. Police Chief Redden said the Sirhan family has been most cooperative in the investigation.
Well, we know very little bit. He's been non-communicative, and he hasn't been very helpful. He hasn't told the family about what he's been up to at all, so we don't know anything more than you do. Yeah.
Was he politically oriented at all?
Not a bit. This is what's perplexing about it.
He didn't profess any particular interest in things political?
No.
I describe him as a wonderful boy, an example for anybody.
He seemed very quiet, what you might call clean cut. He certainly didn't seem like the kind that would do it.
Sirhan graduated from a local Pasadena high school and attended Pasadena City College. One thing appears certain about Sirhan's personality: he is not highly excitable and does not appear to be mentally unstable.
The crowds outside St. Patrick's Cathedral have increased so dramatically that it's almost unbelievable. The beginnings of the line start on 51st Street. People moving east on 51st Street away from the cathedral. And these people are moving very, very slowly now. When they get to Park Avenue, they have to move north. And they have to move north 2 blocks to 53rd Street, then back down Park Avenue south on 53rd Street, south to Grand Central Station.
The identification of the suspect in the shooting was made within the last hour by the mayor of Los Angeles, Sam Yorty. Yorty had appeared at a news conference in Los Angeles.
Well, first of all, let me say that every right-thinking person will deplore and be horrified.
From the outside, the shooting of Robert Kennedy seemed an open and shut case. Sirhan eventually confessed to the murder, and no one was apparently troubled by the fact that he couldn't seem to remember it. In his pocket was a 10-day-old newspaper article attacking Robert Kennedy for his support of Israel. It might have been a bit more help to investigators if the clipping had been pinned to Sirhan's shirt and labeled "The Motive." But no matter. Sirhan had been caught, gun in hand.
To tell you that his name appears to be Sirhan, S-A-R-H-A-N, Sirhan. Both names, Sirhan. S-I-R-H-A-N. news clipping from the Pasadena News, which was anti-Kennedy in nature. He had another news clip from which paper, what paper, we don't know, but it told where Kennedy would be expected to be speaking in June.